Right now, COVID cases continue to surge across the country. A warning from the coronavirus task force to Wisconsin.
Plus, it's almost been 1 week since Joe Biden became the president-elect. How minority voters helped decide the election.
Skies are clearing this morning across southern Wisconsin, but it is a cold start to the day. All the details coming up.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Careful out there this morning, everybody, folks. It is Friday the 13th.
Yikes.
I know, right? 2020, Friday the 13th. What could possibly go wrong?
I saw a lot of memes on Facebook and Twitter yesterday being like, really? Do we need a Friday the 13th this year?
Tempting fate.
Yeah, I told you earlier, the first time we had a Friday the 13th was right when the pandemic started back in March, so here we are again in November.
Just be safe out there this morning, folks.
Yeah, certainly
Please be careful.
Lee Linscheid has the morning off. Let's get to the news this morning. For the third day in a row, the United States setting a world record for new coronavirus cases, recording more than 160,000 cases in the last day.
Earlier this week, we had 10 million cases worldwide. Now, we're already up another 500,000, just to give you an example of how quickly things are spreading. Several states, largely in the Midwest, are reporting record hospitalization numbers. 1 week averages peaking in almost half the country. Hospitals and public health officials warn we could soon run out of space to put patients and be forced to choose who gets care.
Now, the White House Coronavirus Task Force Coordinator, Dr. Deborah Birx, is worried about how the Badger State is trending. She says in the 2 times she's visited Wisconsin, she's noticed a dramatic increase in case numbers and no signs of improvement.
Rate of rise, it is deeply concerning. And we can see your hospitals getting closer and closer to the edge. And we're only asking people to do this for 45 or 60 days because we have a vaccine that's going to be available. And so we're really asking people in this moment to do everything they can to save their own life and the lives of those that they love.
Dr. Birx says what we are doing now in Wisconsin is not enough to flatten the curve. She says people should wear masks and social distance so we can get a grip on the situation.
Wisconsin is on track to record its 300,000th all-time COVID case today. This after the state reported more than 7,500 new cases yesterday, as well as 60 new deaths and more than 260 new hospitalizations. The number of people in Rock County hospitals has doubled also since the start of the month. With more than 2,200 active cases in the county, SSM Health in Janesville is nearing the capacity level for its system. Hospital officials say the future of what happens in Rock County depends on you. They say asking people if they can stay home, please do so.
Around the state this morning, a mobile freezer truck is on standby in Wausau in case space runs out in local hospitals and morgues. The truck hasn't been used yet, but the death rate in Marathon County tripling in the last month. The county says they're preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best as the number of deaths and cases continues to climb. Carmen Lerma wasn't the first person to get COVID in Wisconsin, but she stands alone when it comes to her recovery. Thursday marked the first time Carmen saw her husband and family since going into the hospital. She got COVID-19 in July, and doctors say it destroyed her lungs. Eventually, she was put on oxygen, then a donor list. Thanks to the sacrifice of a donor family, Carmen only waited a few days for new lungs, making this the first COVID-related double lung transplant in Wisconsin.
Every single one of you are here really made a difference for me. I wouldn't be here today. So, thank you.
Her doctors say the procedure is more complicated than regular transplants and her recovery will be long. UW doctors, of course, will have to monitor her and make sure her body doesn't reject her new lungs. Carmen says she's written a letter to the family of the person whose lungs she now has, expressing her gratitude for the gift of life they gave her.
Whoa, just a big congratulations to all the hospital staff there. What an outstanding achievement. 6:03 now, checking in with Hattie. Cold.
It certainly is cold this morning. Take a look at these temperatures across southern Wisconsin. 26 here in Madison, down to 22 in Platteville, 23 in Prairie du Chien. Viroqua is at 20 degrees. Temperatures have been dropping steadily as skies clear. So we have sunshine in the forecast today, but take a look at our high temperature trend as we go through the afternoon. We only climb back into the middle 30s, so it's going to be quite a bit cooler than it should be for this time of the year. Now, overnight we did have some light snow and rain, but all of that that has moved out of the area and fallen apart. So it's a dry start right now for southern Wisconsin. Things looking pretty dry across the region as well. Minnesota and Iowa pretty quiet. No precipitation in our forecast today, but as we head into tomorrow, that is going to change. Take a look at your future track forecast model. We'll start this model 9:30 Saturday morning. There may be some sunshine early on Saturday, but you see these clouds quickly moving in as we go through the morning into the afternoon. During the afternoon, some scattered showers are expected to develop and move into southern Wisconsin. That rain snow line well into the Northwoods. So it is going to be mostly a rain event for all of Wisconsin on Saturday. Those rain showers continue Saturday evening into Sunday morning. There may be a few snowflakes working in as colder air moves in on Sunday. That would mainly be well north of Madison. Our windy conditions then return for the second part of the day on Sunday as that rain comes to an end. Here's a look at total precipitation. Definitely lighter than our last system. We could see around 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. As far as snow is concerned, less than 1 inch of accumulation for the state. Here's that extended forecast. Again, once we get through the weekend, things quiet down next week. It's going to start off a little cool Monday and Tuesday, but we do get back into the 50s for Thursday and Friday.
All right. Thanks, Hattie. 6:05, Wisconsin's elections chief says there remains no evidence of any wrongdoing, fraud, or irregularity in the state's presidential election.
When voters present us with a concern, that concern is very real to them, and we take it very seriously. To that end, I've made a commitment, and I remain committed to providing that information and to addressing each concern that's brought to our office.
Counties right now are wrapping up certification of the votes through the canvassing process. The deadline is Tuesday. 55 of the state's 72 counties so far have completed that process. Joe Biden received 4 additional votes based on unofficial results. Joe Biden beat President Trump by about 20,500 votes.
Happening today, Georgia starting its hand vote recount. Right now, results show President-elect Joe Biden won the state by just about 14,000 votes. That puts him at a 0.3% lead. By Georgia law, anything under 1% goes into a mandatory recount. The state has 1 week from today to finish the count and certify their results.
6:06, we're taking a deeper look this morning at the election results in Wisconsin and a key demographic that played a significant role.
Our Taylor Lazenby live from the Urban League this morning with more on this. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, guys. Good morning. That's right. Wisconsin is typically known as being a swing state, and the voter results seen from this year's 2020 presidential election reflected that and played a big impact in the results by minority voters and their turnouts. Studies show Black and Hispanic voters cast more ballots this election compared to the 2016 election. Wisconsin has been a blue state, voting Democrats to the White House since 1988, until Donald Trump turned Wisconsin red by less than 1 percentage point in 2016. We spoke to local nonprofit organizations like the Urban League of Greater Madison that have been working to increase voter turnout among communities of color.
People were concerned about, whether not just would the stake of Black people be safe, but will this country, be safe moving out into the future. So Black people and people all over the place, came out, in record numbers because they were concerned about, their security. They were concerned about the democracy.
The Urban League also worked to provide free rides to voters to the polls who needed it, as well as using their social media platforms to help spread the message of the importance of voting. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to discuss more of what the Urban League is doing to help registered voters make sure that they're registered for next year's election. Reporting live outside of the Urban League, Taylor Lazenby, News 3 Now.
All right, Taylor, thank you.
Advisors to the president tell CBS News that President Trump has openly discussed with his top advisors the possibility of running in 2024. While obviously no decisions have been made, one Trump advisor tells CBS that Trump allies are actively working to keep his options open as they begin to plot his political future.
6:08 right now. After 7 years, the Verona Road project in Madison and in Fitchburg is officially done this morning. The $265 million project completed under budget and 2 weeks within the expected completion date. We're told there will be some restoration and landscaping work in 2021, but no traffic impacts are expected. Some much good news for a lot of folks in the Madison Metro. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic right now on this Friday morning. As you head out right now, we're not seeing any major issues out there, but keep in mind after some light snow overnight, there might be some slick spots. Hattie says especially on the bridges and overpasses this morning that might have frozen over overnight after that overnight precipitation. So keep that in mind. We're not seeing any major issues out there so far. Your drive times are looking pretty good on the Beltline and the interstate on a Friday morning. That's your first one traffic.
6:09 coming up. The deadline to get your economic relief is just about a week away. How to make sure you get your check.
Plus, as we get closer to a working vaccine, the challenges for the coronavirus coming up for rural communities, keeping it in supply.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
I love to equal the playing field. I love to help people and allow them to feel like they are powerful instead of powerless. We're with our clients every step of the way.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
Get more home for the holidays now with the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale. Shop online or safely in store to get up to 38% off and up to $2,000 back on qualifying GE Cafe and GE Profile appliances. Check out our Hot Point top load washer and dryer. Buy the pair and pay only $4.49 each. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is Today sale. Hurry in today for more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine. Your local store for more since 1938.
It's Black Friday now at A1 Furniture with savings up to 40% off our everyday low prices and amazing doorbuster deals. Get this 3-piece sectional just $8.99. Plus, get 48 months free financing on purchases over $9.99. Black Friday on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more. I'll take it. I'll get this wrapped up for you. I wish I hadn't just unwrapped it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can lease an adventurous new 2021 Toyota RAV4 for $219 a month. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopko Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopko Optical. You'll see.
Celebrate Eye Care Month this November and get 40% off a complete pair of glasses.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC. We're back at 6:13. Breaking overnight, 3 people are in jail this morning after a fight and possible gunshot at an East Side hotel. It happened just after 10 last night. Madison police say they were called to the Best Western off East Washington near Easttown Mall for a disturbance in one of the rooms. When they arrived, police say Christopher Brooks tried to fight with police. Investigators say Brooks and a woman who was also in the room barricaded themselves inside along with 3 young kids. They then heard a possible gunshot. They stayed in the room for 30 minutes until police were able to get them out. Brooks eventually was arrested after police had to shoot him with non-lethal rounds. The woman and another person present were also arrested. Those children now in protective custody.
The federal government partnering with pharmacy chains across the country to help distribute a COVID vaccine when it becomes available. Reuters reports the co-op will cover about 60% of pharmacies across the country and its territories. So far, major chains like Walgreens, CVS, and Walmart have all agreed to take part. The vaccines will be given there at no cost to patients, which is in line with the government's plan to make it free for everyone. There are currently no authorized COVID vaccine, but Pfizer is reporting that its candidate is, 90% effective. Pfizer is expected to apply for emergency use soon, but there's no official timetable. Distributing a vaccine poses some logistical challenges. The vaccine requires super cold storage, which could be an issue for even the most well-equipped hospitals, even more so in more rural areas. Reuters says the vaccine needs to be stored at nearly 100 degrees below freezing. A spokesperson for Pfizer says they're working with the government to find a way to efficiently ship and store it.
Because we do not yet have rapid, abundant COVID testing, one strategy to allow the economy to reopen has been to take people's temperature. However, a new study says that is not an effective way to detect the virus. A new study published in the New England Journal of Medicine finds that approach isn't very effective at catching asymptomatic COVID spreaders. Researchers from the Navy and medical school tested and followed nearly 2,000 Marine Corps recruits. Few infected recruits had COVID symptoms before a nasal swab diagnosed them with the virus, despite daily temperature and symptom screening. The CDC says that information on the temperature checks is likely why traveler screenings at airports have been unsuccessful. The agency started screening for travelers back in January. Since then, they've checked more than 760,000 people, but only identified 9 positive cases. CDC says there are several other factors that also prevented them from finding cases, including the wide range of virus symptoms.
6:15, the IRS is racing right now to reach people who haven't yet received a stimulus check. The deadline is November 21st. The IRS says it sent 9 million letters in September for people who may have missed out on the $1,200 payment. Most eligible Americans receive their checks automatically during the spring and summer, but those who don't normally file tax returns have to register online. For anyone who misses the November 21st deadline, you can still get your check. You'll have to wait till next year, though, after filing your 2020 tax returns.
Time right now is 6:16. Happening now, Tropical Storm Ada headed back out to sea after raining down on the southeastern U.S. once again. The storm dumped more than a half a foot of rain in some parts of the Carolinas, flooding rivers and killing at least one person there. It also claimed the life of at least one in Florida. Ada is the 28th storm of the season, but we're already up to 29 now, and the hurricane season's certainly not over yet. Hattie's tracking the latest developments in the tropics this morning. She's on the Hattio patio with the forecast. Good morning, Hattie.
Good morning, Josh and Chris. Yeah, it is a very active season, and it continues even into mid-November. Normally be winding down right now, but we have 2 named storms, Ada and Theta. Now, Ada is a post-tropical cyclone. The remnants now back out over the Atlantic Ocean, but all eyes are on that next area that's highlighted, where development is likely, about a 90% chance of that storm becoming a named storm in the Caribbean. And if I read the Greek alphabet right, that would be the 30th storm at Iota. So we'll keep a close eye on that. It is likely to become a storm in the next couple of days. Let's take a look at what's happening across the U.S. All of the moisture and rain and thunderstorm activity from Ada now offshore. So that is good news. A chance to dry out in the southeastern part of the country. A pretty big storm moving into the Pacific Northwest, bringing some pretty hefty mountain snow. Here in the Midwest, we had a cold front move through that brought us some light snow and rain overnight, but all that precipitation has already moved out of the area. It is cold this morning, though. Behind that cold front, our temperatures are now dropping into the low 20s in some spots. 23 in the Dells, 22 in Platteville. 21 this morning in Camp Douglas. We're 26 here in Madison, but we still have a little bit of cloud cover. Those skies are clearing pretty rapidly off to the west, so sunshine is in the forecast today. As you send the kids to the bus stop this morning, make sure they're bundled up. It is chilly outside, even if you have to be out for just a couple of seconds. Temperatures will climb only into the mid-30s this afternoon. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk more about the wind chill factor. Yeah, it is a thing this morning. My nose can attest to that.
Oh, do we have to talk about it, Hattie?
Well, we don't have to.
But we need to know about it.
Yeah, you probably want to be informed, right?
Back in the forecast. Thank you. Well, there's a large need in our community for food amid the pandemic.
And that means a high demand for the Goodman Community Center's annual Thanksgiving Basket Drive. They had to close registration for baskets early because they reached their 4,000 meal capacity so quickly. Now Goodman staff is rallying support to help gather food for those baskets, and they need all the Thanksgiving staples.
Starting next week, we're going to have our canned good countdown, and that will let you know how many more we need of each of the items. So when you're headed to the grocery store, you know what we need most and hopefully can pick it up and drop it off.
It's really easy to keep track of this, too. Go to Facebook and like the Goodman Community Center, and then you can see which items they need the most. Starting Monday, you can drop donations off the Goodman Center's gym on Wabeesa Street.
The UW Police Department is investigating this morning after someone cut down and stole a rare tree from the Arboretum sometime last week.
Because of the sheer size of this tree, it's very clear to us that more than one person was involved. And it's also very clear that they had to have brought in a large flatbed type truck or trailer to actually move this tree out of the Arboretum to wherever it's located now.
The police say 25-foot Algonquin pillar Swiss mountain pine tree was cut down sometime between November 5th and November 9th. That tree planted in 1988 about 30 yards away from Arboretum Drive. Another nearby tree was also damaged. Someone cut a 12-foot section off the top of a compact white fir planted in 1981. Arboretum staff estimate the cost of the damaged and stolen trees to be around $13,000. 6:20 right now, still ahead for us on a Friday morning, a new vacation plan that will let you skip out on 2021.
And coming up in our next half hour, one government agency says this was the most secure election ever. Why they're making that claim, that's coming up.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Concrete Lifting Technologies.
Black Friday starts now at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 60% off doorbusters and special holiday buys available now. Plus, get our very best Black Friday bonus deals, up to an extra 20% off our sale prices store-wide. Bring the holidays home early at Ashley Home Store.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, not quite, but it is the season to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Putting up those lights and taking them down is now safer and easier than ever. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the cheeseburger pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's.
Fearing's Audio-Video Security have a team of experts to guide you in choosing the right technology for your business and home. Then we custom design and install easy-to-use solutions to advance your business, enhance your home, and simplify your life. Check us out at fearings.com.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, not quite, but it is the season to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Putting up those lights and taking them down is now safer and easier than ever. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
Black Friday appliance deals start now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 50% off doorbusters from top brands now. And pay no interest for 18 months. Plus free quick ship drop-off delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
We're back here at 6:23. Wanted to share this picture with you this morning, sent in by Mary Newson Robbins. Gorgeous sunrise. Thanks for sending that in. Loving the colors there. Share your morning with us, folks. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning, and we'll show our favorites on the air.
All right, 6:24. If you're needing a break or maybe want to take all of next year off, well, you'll want to check out this vacation deal.
This is really tempting. So we actually have a live picture of the Maldives. It's a small chain of islands in the Indian Ocean. And there's a resort there for giving a pretty interesting offer. $30,000. Might sound like a lot, but you can stay there for all of 2021. That'll get you an over-the-water bungalow for 2 people. And if that's not enough, they'll throw in airport transportation and breakfast. You can also get a discount to their spa and water activities like snorkeling and surfing.
That's a steal when you think about that. I mean, 30 grand, but that's a lot for that. That's a lot of bang for your buck.
That's like a few months rent here in Madison.
Oh my goodness, seriously though. Look at that.
Just that live shot.
I know, and I feel like something like that would be so lovely after the year what we've had.
I can't wait till we can like travel safely without a worry in the world.
I can't remember the last time I've been on an airplane, which is just, it is sad because a lot of people do like to travel. A lot of people like to do that stuff, and yeah, it's going to be a while yet, I think.
I need a beach.
I think so. I guess we're
need a beach so bad.
Gonna have to embrace winter here, right, guys?
We love Wisconsin, right?
Let's do it.
We do. A lot of fun winter sports to partake in. It feels a little bit like winter this morning. Take a look at our temperatures. 26 in Madison, 23 in the Dells, 27 in Mineral Point, 26 in Monroe. Wind chill is a factor this morning. It is chilly outside. Wind chills are down in the teens in many locations. Here's a look at that wind chill forecast as we go through the day. It's going to improve a little bit, but not much. Still feeling like it's in the low 30s even this afternoon. So be prepared for a pretty chilly day. Here's our pet walk forecast. Chance in Edgerton. My uncle has a dog named Chance. Also a yellow lab, I think, if I know my dogs right here. 36 degrees at 3. That'll be the high for the day. Lots of sunshine, though, so still not a bad day to get outside.
All right, good deal. Thanks, Addie. Stick around. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Celebrate the holidays with custom gifts from Madison Top Company. Clothing, mugs, ornaments, and more. Ready as fast as 1 hour with their lightning service. Buy local with fast, custom printed gifts at MadisonTop.com since 1974.
Hi, my name is Tim O'Brien, and at The Healthy Place, we are always learning so that we can better serve our customers. One exciting discovery that has been receiving a ton of attention is CBG oil. CBG is a precursor to CBD and many other cannabinoids found in hemp. If you are suffering and need greater relief, ask us about CBG oil. My mission is to never stop searching for more effective ways to help you find your healthy place. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Ventrac machines are made for snow removal. Each Ventrac machine can be outfitted to handle every aspect of a winter snowstorm. This includes pre-treatment before the storm hits, active snow removal on zero-tolerance accounts, and the ability to clear heavy accumulation from a large snowstorm. Ventrac has all of the tools necessary for a professional snow removal contractor.
Get ready for snow now at Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
Goldman Cars is having a huge winter sale. Don't miss out on Dodge Grand Caravans well-equipped starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
Goldman Cars is family owned and operated for over 50 years.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Goldman.
Or my brother, Donovan Goldman.
You gotta go to Goldman. GoldmanCars.com.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs. and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Call OK Heating and Air Conditioning, serving Verona and all of Dane County.
Call Air Serve Heating and Air Conditioning, serving the Madison area.
Celebrate the holidays with custom gifts from Madison Top Company. Clothing, mugs, ornaments, and more. Ready as fast as 1 hour with their lightning service. Buy local with fast, custom printed gifts at MadisonTop.com since 1974.
Right now, putting things into perspective, how local medical experts are trying to get the community to wrap their heads around just how bad the pandemic is.
And skies are already clearing here across southern Wisconsin, but it's a very chilly start to the day. We're talking wind chill in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It is Friday, November 13th. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breider. Leah is off today, Friday the 13th.
Man, 2020.
2020. I did have a viewer message me on Facebook, and she said, Friday the 13th is still better than a Monday. So I'm like, hey, if you're thinking about it with that mindset, why not?
We can all learn something from her this morning.
Yeah, TGIF, we made it to the end of the week, folks. Let's get to the news this morning at 6:30. Experts say this is one of the most dangerous times of the pandemic.
Yeah, we wanted to put some of the numbers into perspective. Wisconsin is nearing 300,000 total cases of COVID-19. That is enough to fill more than 3 Camp Randalls. 2,500 people have died. That's more than an entire average section at the stadium. We're seeing exponential growth in cases now, as well as hospitalizations, which have tripled in south central Wisconsin in less than a month. This community spread concerning to UW-Madison health experts we spoke with.
We are basically doubling, tripling, quadrupling. Unless we make some major change or unless there is the vaccine, we won't be able to turn the tide.
Experts stress we can turn the tide if everyone does the simple things like wearing a mask and staying home.
Those warnings from health experts come as Wisconsin sees another bad day when it comes to COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations. Another 7,500 new cases announced yesterday has our state approaching 300,000 all time. In the last day alone, we've seen more than 260 people end up in the hospital and 60 more people die. That includes a growing number of veterans dying from COVID-19. In just the last week, 8 residents at the Wisconsin VA nursing home in King died from the virus. Since the start of the pandemic, 34 veterans have died there from COVID complications. Across all 3 VA nursing homes in Wisconsin, 45 residents have died.
Free community testing for COVID-19 will continue today at UW-Madison and other UW campuses across the state. UW-La Crosse has been offering the free rapid test for about a week now. They say they've been busy as the La Crosse area is seeing a surge in cases as well. They're able to test as many as 500 people every day and provide results within 15 minutes.
Simple and quick, and so I would encourage everybody to do that.
UW campuses, including here in Madison, are able to offer the rapid test to both students and the community after they received about $250,000 of the tests from the federal government. About 80,000 of those tests were allocated to UW-Madison. If you want to get one, they're available for free at the Nielsen Tennis Stadium. There's free parking in lot 82. You could also take Metro Bus Route 2 or 10 to get there. You do have to make an appointment.
We have some breaking news overnight. 3 people are in jail this morning after a fight with police at an East Side hotel. It happened just after 10 last night. Madison police say they were called to the Best Western off East Washington near East Town Mall for a disturbance in one of the rooms. When they arrived, police say Christopher Brooks tried to fight with police. Police say Brooks and a woman who was also in the room barricaded themselves inside along with 3 young kids. Brooks was eventually arrested after police shot him with non-lethal sponge rounds. The woman and another person were also arrested. Those children now in protective custody. Well, check out this new video out of the Twin Cities area this morning. This is I-94 near Monticello, just northwest of Minneapolis. A big snow squall Thursday led to a huge pileup of cars and semis. Multiple semi-trucks caught fire, leading to those big plumes of smoke. We're told 9 people were hurt in those crashes.
Yeah, it is time to make sure that you are ready when you're out on the road, because you know, we could see that stuff here just about, you know, any time now, Hattie.
Yeah, fair game. Now that we're in November, we could definitely see some snowflakes. So be prepared before you hit the road. Here are some things to keep in your car as we head into the winter season. These will help you deal with anything that does come up. Scraper and shovel always needed in the winter, along with sand, kitty litter, or gravel, just in case you end up in the ditch. That'll help you get a little bit of traction. Keep extra food, water, and of course a flashlight, and things to keep you warm, blankets or extra clothing. And never leave home without that phone charger, especially in the winter. Could be critical in getting you back to safety. So just a few things to keep in mind. Of course, it is November, Winter Weather Awareness Week here in southern Wisconsin. We did have some snow overnight. Now that has come to an end. Also a little bit of rain, but really no accumulation for southern Wisconsin. There may be some slippery spots, though, on the interstate between Madison and Milwaukee. Temperatures drop pretty quickly, so those bridges and overpasses can get slippery pretty fast. Here's a live look from the Edgewater Sky Camera, though. Already seen some clearing of those clouds, which is good news. We need the sunshine to warm us up a little bit today. Weather track showing you that the back edge of the clouds is working its way through western Wisconsin right now. It'll continue its eastward progress through the next couple of hours, so we'll have sunshine through the day today. Here's a look at our current temperatures. Numbers have been dropping steadily this morning. 22 in the Dells. We're down to 26 here in Madison. Janesville's still the warm spot at 30, but they're the only location in our viewing area that's still at 30 degrees. Your future track forecast model clearing out those clouds a little too quickly this morning. Of course, east of Madison, you'll hold on to that cloud cover just a little bit longer. By lunchtime, though, mostly sunny skies. Take a look at these numbers. 34 Watertown, Madison, just 35 in Lone Rock. We're not going to get much warmer than that this afternoon. Highs will stay in the mid-30s in many locations. Here's a look at what you can expect this evening. Temperatures are going to quickly drop back into the 20s. We'll bottom out around 26 by daybreak on Saturday. The morning hours on Saturday should be dry. It's in the afternoon that scattered showers begin to move into the area. The rain continues Saturday night into Sunday morning. It will come to an end by Sunday afternoon, but it turns very windy for the second part of the day on Sunday. Looking ahead to next week, though, it is pretty quiet. We're actually back in the 50s for a couple of days.
Yeah, not looking too bad after the weekend.
That's true. Nice to be in the 50s next week.
Sure will. Thanks, Hattie. 6:36 to the election now. President Trump still refusing to concede, but more Republicans are now saying that he needs to for the sake of national security. The president continues to insist he won despite his lawyers being unable to provide any evidence of fraud or wrongdoing in court. President-elect Joe Biden can't receive classified intelligence briefings until the Trump administration signs off on it. To this point, they have yet to do so.
Just as a matter of protecting our nation's interests, I do think that both the president and his competition here, of Vice President Biden, should have access to those classified reports.
Both sides should be receiving briefings just like they were before.
Some historical context here. In 2000, both Al Gore and George W. Bush received these intelligence briefings while that election was being disputed in court. The General Service Administration says they'll approve the briefings for Biden once the election results are certified.
Meanwhile, in Georgia, they're going to start their recount by hand today. Preliminary results show President-elect Joe Biden won that state by 14,000 votes, or 0.3%. The hand count in Georgia is required by state law, not because there has been any evidence of fraud. Georgia has until next Friday to certify the results.
Wisconsin's top elections official says there's still no evidence of any wrongdoing, fraud, or irregularities in the state's results. Counties are still working to wrap up certifying the votes and estimating how much it would cost to recount them. 55 of the state's 72 counties so far have completed their canvasses. Minimal changes to the vote totals here. County clerks in Wisconsin have until Tuesday to finish it up. The results, President Trump would have about a day after they wrap everything up to request and pay for a recount.
Despite the president's claims, the Department of Homeland Security says the 2020 election was the most secure election in history. The DHS saying there is absolutely no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was compromised in any way. The head of the DHS Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency says U.S. voters can have faith in the system and that their vote was counted as intended. 6:38 now. The 2020 presidential election broke records for voter turnout, including the number of minorities casting a ballot.
The NAACP says it spent millions on swing states to encourage voters to get to the polls. Taylor Lazenby out live this morning, breaking down where minorities here in Madison fell.
Hi guys, good morning. That's right. The late John Lewis, civil rights activist, once said, "The vote is precious. It's the single most powerful thing that we have in our society, and we must use it." Now, that was the message across the nation as people voted from different minorities in this year's 2020 presidential election. The Dane County is also a Democratic stronghold, but voter record turnout was this year seeing a defining role in getting Biden across that finish line, with nearly 85 of eligible voters casting their ballot over 162,000 total ballots, an increase of 13% from 2016. Turnout surpassed that of both Hillary Clinton in 2016 and Barack Obama in 2012. We asked Dr. Ruben Anthony with the Madison Urban League how they plan to keep voter engagement with minorities here in Madison.
Urban League here on Park Street, and we've got the library that was a pre-voting site down there. The lines were long, and you can see many African Americans and Latinos in line, more so than we've ever seen in the past, registering to vote, so it was a lot of urgency. People knew that this was an important election because we not only would we lose many freedoms that we had, but democracy was at stake.
Now, Dr. Anthony says the Urban League started to get minority votes registered early this year by hosting a unity picnic, among other voter-focused events. From there, he says it was a community effort to encourage individuals to get on board and get serious about voting. To find out more information on how the Urban League is helping voters in our community, you can go onto our website. That's at channel3000.com. Reporting live at the Urban League, Taylor Lazenby, News 3 Now.
All right, Taylor, thank you. We have a heads up before the weekend. If you live in Madison, you'll want to make sure you're parked on the right side of the street before you go to bed tomorrow night. Alternate side parking begins at 1 a.m. Sunday and runs through March 15th. If you live in a snow emergency zone, which includes the Isthmus and the near east and west sides, you only have to follow those rules when a snow emergency is declared. Everyone else, though, you'll want to make sure you park on the even side of the street on even numbered days and the odd side of the street on odd numbered days. Let's take a look at your first warning traffic now on this Friday morning. As you head out right now, there could be some slick spots after some overnight snow, so keep that in mind, especially on the bridges and overpasses across southern Wisconsin. Dane County looking okay, though, as well as Rock County. No crashes or major delays out there this morning as we take a look at your drive times. This Friday morning, a cold start out there to this Friday, and coming up, Hattie's going to have a look at your Friday forecast.
And coming up, Josh loves Christmas, but does he love it this much that he would eat one of these candy canes? We'll find out after the break.
You know, kids, when I was your age, we didn't have the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue with intelligent all-wheel drive. We had average cars that drove on average roads.
Save $500 on the 2021 Nissan Rogue.
Let us help you create your family's recipe for health. SSM Health and News 3 Now are making it easy by putting all the ingredients right at your fingertips. With topics like healthy habits, nutrition, and mental well-being, there's something for everyone. Visit Channel 3000's Time for Kids page for advice from SSM Health experts. And catch fresh and informative reports on News 3 Now.
Take time for kids with SSM Health and News 3 Now.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
Not going fast enough. Just done with that.
It's Black Friday now at A1 Furniture with savings up to 40% off our everyday low prices and amazing doorbuster deals. Get this 6-piece dining set just $7.99. Plus, get 48 months free financing on purchases over $9.99. Black Friday on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Did you know that Geico's whole 15 minutes thing, that came from me? Really? My first idea was, in 1/4 of an hour, your savings will tower. Over you, figuratively speaking. But that's not catchy, is it? It's not going to swim about in your brain. So I thought, what about 15 minutes, 15%? Serendipity.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Busted? Original Gorilla Glue, of course. Works indoor, works outdoor. It's weatherproof, it's waterproof. It's versatile and incredibly strong for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Ladies, check it out. So strong, so not ripped.
What are we talking about?
That's the Hefty Ultra Strong bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Give me the bag.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
You know, kids, when I was your age, we didn't have the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue with intelligent all-wheel drive. We had average cars that drove on average roads.
Save $500 on the 2021 Nissan Rogue.
On the next Live at 4, our news hounds Lola and Louie will have the best animal stories of the week, and we go behind the screens with Michael Bruno. He checks out virtual musical songs for a new world at Beaver Dam High School.
UW Athletics and the Goodman Community Center needs your help providing Thanksgiving meals for 4,000 families.
Please consider a food or monetary donation. We are grateful for any gift you can provide.
Donate at goodmancenter.org.
So we all know Josh loves all things Christmas, but we found something that might test that theory. Check this out. Ketchup-flavored candy canes.
Oh, boy.
I mean, would you try it? Would you at least try it?
I don't know if I would. I don't know.
Faux-flavored candy canes. If ketchup's not your thing.
I don't think I would do that either.
So there's a Seattle-based novelty shop selling these. They say the ketchup-flavored candy canes pair perfectly with French fries. They also have a shiitake mushroom flavor, too. This sounds so gross.
My
Those two
question,
things should not go together.
Yeah, my question is, like, is it still taste sweet? Like, if we're gonna have it with French fries,
yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I love ketchup. I just don't know if I want it on my candy cane.
We're crossing two different worlds that should not.
Do you think?
No.
Do you think your kids would like this?
I know that they would be really sticky after they'd have it. Nothing stickier than a little kid with a candy cane.
Oh my! All over the lips and everything.
Well, if you want to spend 2 hours cleaning, go right ahead.
You ever find like a broken piece of candy cane on something, like after it's sat for a while, it's like you gotta pry it off with like a crowbar.
Yeah, you can't even get it
stuck
off.
on there so good, man.
Candy canes best saved for hot cocoa, where they can melt safely, right?
There's a combination I would get behind.
Especially on a morning like this.
For sure. We have chilly conditions this morning. I've been outside a couple of times. That wind will hit you right in the face as well. We are talking wind chill today. Take a look at our current conditions. 26 right now in Madison, 22 in Platteville and Prairie du Chien. In the Dells, you're down to 22 as well. So it is a chilly start to the day, but that's only part of the story. That west-northwesterly wind is making it feel even colder. Our wind chills are down in the teens this morning. Here's a look at our wind chill forecast going through the day. Winds stay relatively light, so those numbers do climb, but only back into the low 30s. So you want to bundle up before you head out the door this morning. Here's a look at our Madison day planner temperatures. As skies clear, we're looking at temps topping only in the middle 30s this afternoon.
Okay, not much of a warm-up today.
No, not at all. I'm distracted in the shop behind you guys. There are some birds flying around.
Oh, yeah.
Look like they're running into you.
It is Friday the 13th.
Oh, here come the
there
birds.
aren't any crows out there.
Oh, boy, there they
Yikes.
Oh, boy. All right, coming up in the sprint, a major Midwestern city looking to lock down for the next month as COVID cases there spike.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture and wish them a happy birthday on TV. We'll be right back.
Lucas 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
At Fearing's Audio Video Security, we know your family's safety is your top priority. We are a Wisconsin-based home security provider with over 23 years of experience. Beyond offering superior home security, we have the opportunity for you to make a difference in the world. Fearing's will donate 10% of your monthly monitoring to Schools for Haiti, so you secure your home and help educate, feed, and clothe children in the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. Learn more at fearings.com.
For almost 50 years, Feldco's provided the Midwest with the industry's best home renewal experience. In doing so, we're improving lives one home at a time. Before the winter weather moves in, take advantage of 20% off all windows, siding, and doors, and keep your family safe, warm, and comfortable all season long. Start your home improvement project with Feldco today. 20% off won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
The design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
Just about 6:51, time for the morning sprint.
We start with the latest warnings from health officials on the pandemic. Experts at UW's School of Public Health and Medicine say this is one of the most dangerous times of the pandemic. That's because we're in what they're calling exponential growth, meaning cases are doubling, tripling, and quadrupling at a quicker rate. They say this will only get worse, too, heading into the winter unless everyone buys into the easy concepts like wearing a mask and socially distancing.
The pandemic hitting VA facilities especially hard right now. In just the last week, 8 veterans at a VA nursing home in King have died due to the COVID complications. Since the start of the pandemic, that nursing home alone has seen 34 veterans die.
Chicago issuing a 30-day stay-at-home advisory as cases there continue to spike. They're also banning non-work gatherings of more than 10 people. The advisory says people should only leave home to go to work or school or for essential needs like medical care and groceries. It also warns against out-of-state travel, with some people being quarantined after they return, depending on where they go.
Another local business says they're being forced to close due to the economic effects of COVID-19. In a Facebook post, Angelo's Pizza in Monona says it'll be closing next month after 30 years. Their lease is up at the end of the year, and they won't be renewing it after seeing business slow down. December 19th will be the restaurant's final night.
Hate to hear that. Well, 9 days after the election, CBS News projecting Joe Biden as the winner in Arizona. That projection coming in overnight, putting Biden on track to earn at least 290 electoral votes. The Associated Press and Fox News previously called Arizona for Biden early on, but President Trump had closed the gap as votes continue to be counted. But as of this morning, Joe Biden has a lead of about 11,000 votes in Arizona.
President Trump has yet to admit defeat in the presidential election, but a growing number of Republicans are saying the White House should immediately give President-elect Joe Biden access to top-level intelligence briefings. The reports are a standard part of a presidential transition, but have to be approved by the General Services Administration. The agency says they're waiting for election results to be certified, but Senator Lindsey Graham, along with other Republicans, say Biden should be informed about current threats to the U.S. as soon as possible.
And overnight, one of the country's biggest rivals congratulating Biden on his victory. China became one of the last major countries in the world to send Biden their congratulations and well wishes following the election. Leaders there say they respect the choice of the American people. China had a strained relationship with President Trump because of trade wars and tariffs.
Baseball writers announced their picks for the league's most valuable players last night. Jose Abreu from the Chicago White Sox was named the American League MVP, and Freddie Freeman from the Atlanta Braves was named the National League MVP. Abreu is just the third Cuban-born player to win an MVP award. The Brewers' Devin Williams picked up a 10th place vote for the NL MVP after being named Rookie of the Year earlier this week.
The Badgers are going to be back in action this weekend. First time in a few weeks. They'll face Michigan after having their last 2 games canceled because of a coronavirus outbreak on the team. Now, we still don't know who's going to start at quarterback tomorrow. Graham Mertz, he may play after his COVID-19 diagnosis, but if he can't play, it would be Danny Vanderboom under center against the Wolverines. Kickoff set for 6:30 tomorrow night.
Meanwhile, the Packers will hope to keep the offense rolling this weekend in their return to Lambeau. They'll face off with the struggling Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday. The Jaguars have only won 1 game all year. The Packers coming off a big win last Thursday against the San Francisco 49ers when we saw Aaron Rodgers throw for more than 300 touchdowns and 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Kickoff is set for noon.
So the Salvation Army really needs your help, folks. Their Red Kettle campaign kicks off today. Salvation Army says they've seen a big increase in demand for their services during the pandemic, and they're hoping for some extra support from you this year. So aside from those usual red kettles you see out at the stores, you can also donate safely from your home online. If you want to find out how to do that, just go to our website.
You'll want to make sure you are parked on the right side of the street before you go to bed tomorrow night. Alternate side parking begins at 1 a.m. Sunday and runs through March 15th. If you live in the snow emergency zone, which includes the Isthmus and your east and west sides, you only have to follow those rules when a snow emergency is declared. 6:55, that time of the year, we got to talk about that again. And we do have some slick spots out on the roads this morning as you head out after some overnight snowfall. Just on those bridges and overpasses, keep that in mind. You might want to take it a little slower. Let's take you downtown right now, where we're starting to see a little bit more traffic picking up along East Washington and East Gorham Street. Park Street not looking too bad at this hour. Drive times moving along just fine as you head inbound at posted speeds. John Nolan Drive also looking good on this Friday. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather this morning starts with clearing skies across southern Wisconsin. We've lost another degree, though, down to 25 here in the capital city. Wind chill is at 15 degrees. Wind speeds over the next 12 hours are going to gradually diminish later on this afternoon, but there still will be a wind chill to factor in today. As you head out the door, bundle up. We're looking at temperatures that will climb only into the middle 30s this afternoon. Skies again turning mostly sunny for the second part of the day. Here's a look at your weekend forecast. Rain moves in Saturday afternoon and continues Saturday night. It'll come to an end early Sunday, but the rest of Sunday is going to be very windy. We could see those west winds gusting higher than 40 miles an hour at times on Sunday.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Make it a great Friday and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.